Hello, everybody. I had to just admire myself real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm so. Anyways, we're gonna ignore that in the back. It's a bag of clothes that I'm gonna give away. That's something else for another day. But hello, everyone. Hello. Mwah. What's wrong with me? Okay. Anyways, I'm making this video for one, to keep myself accountable of doing this journey. So basically, I'm doing this. If anyone doesn't know, this is called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It is a kind of like an individual study is what my man called it, which I like that term. I'm going to use it. It's an independent study of rediscovering myself creatively. I've been seeing this book for like years now, and I've been wanting to read it. And I mean, I'm kind of late, but I'm on time. Okay. So basically it's a 12-week course that has tasks to do every week, including morning journals every morning pages. That's what it's called, morning pages every morning, which is basically like journaling. And I've kind of been doing that on and off in general. So like having this course to have me on track doing it every day, every morning, first thing in the morning, it's been really, really good. I actually really enjoy it. I really do. I have a lot that's always going in my mind, and I don't know, it's been very helpful. Also, excuse me, my throat is a little bit dry, so I have this to keep me going. And so yeah, aside from the morning pages, there's also like really fun tasks that I've been doing. One of them is like doing different halls of fames in my creative life. There's a monster hall of fame full of people who have contributed to the negative core values I've created in my creative mindset. And then there's the champion hall of fame to those who have really encouraged me and like helped me to feel really good, and like giving me some compliments that stick with me the same way as the monster hall of fame. So that's been pretty fun, to be honest. Just to give myself that space to kind of like let all that out, all those negative and positive thoughts out. And so the purpose of this video is to do a check-in with myself regarding this past week 1, because we're only on week 1. Checking in to see how this whole process has been for me. I'm sorry, hold on. Yeah, how this whole process has been for me, and just giving myself like a video capsule of this process. Part of the check-in said that I would be able to use this for my future self, which hence why I decided to make the video. Plus my girl Dochi used this book I recently discovered, and I went on her YouTube page, and she also made check-in videos every week. So that's what kind of gave me the encouragement, the idea to like make it into video form as well, because I did write the answers. I did write like the check-in answers that I'm gonna be answering shortly in this video. But I'm like, one, I can get myself accountable and doing it on video form, seeing myself talk to myself, you feel me? Second, it gives me an excuse to talk to the camera, like I said I've been wanting to do, and I'm not consistent with it. So this is going to be me being consistent with it every week for the 12 weeks until it's all done. And then hopefully in the future even more. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the check-in process. So let me see. So yeah, let's start out with the morning pages. I actually started doing the morning pages before last. So I read the first week chapter on last Sunday, and I started doing morning pages before that. Like I started doing it on, what day was that? Basically, it was like a few days before the time sprung forward for the time change. And so I was getting used to doing it for like 3 or 4 days. And it was really nice because I was like in this room, and right over there is a window, so I was like watching the sunrise. And it was really nice. I was like rushing to do it. Let me take these off. I look cute. You can't see myself, but that's okay. Yeah, like I kind of had to rush myself to do it because it was a 5:30 in the morning, and then I have work. I get to work around 7:10, but it took me 30 minutes to write the pages because it's 3 full pages, which seems like a lot, but it's actually not. Especially the way my mind works, like I'm always thinking. Bro, like, girl, are you okay? I don't know, but she's always thinking. And so it was actually kind of nice because it gave me like an outlet to really just let those thoughts out. 3 pages worth of thoughts. And with the thoughts came a lot of like affirmations and like blurts is what the book calls it. So like basically the negative core values that have been put into my mind are the blurts, and the affirmations are like the good things. Obviously we know what affirmations are. Good positive things that make me feel good about myself. So it was cool because writing the morning pages brought out those things that I didn't even realize were in my head until I wrote it down. So then I was able to write down on a separate sheet of paper my blurts and my affirmations. Oh my god, this is really hard because my throat is so dry when I talk so much. I also realized I don't know why I do this. This is a side note. I don't know why I tend to look away when I'm talking instead of giving eye contact. Like I kind of do, but I kind of don't. But I'm pretty sure I do. I'm just not admitting it to myself. But yeah, so I did all 7 days plus some of morning pages, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the difference is on the weekdays when I had work, like I said, I was rushing. I'm like 30 minutes like on the timer, like just like my hand starts cramping. It's very stressful. It's not hard to fill up the pages, it's just a lot to do in 30 minutes. Plus, like, the notebook I have is like pretty big. It's like, is it the size of this? I think it's like the size of this, like the size of my head. Full pages of, I don't feel like taking it out right now, but it's full pages of just my thoughts. And I don't know, it honestly just feels like regularly like I'm journaling. Journaling like my thoughts like I've usually done in the past. And it's cool because we're not really supposed to look at them for like a few months. And I don't really plan on it. I don't like, it's weird. Like, it's weird, but I don't like reading my journal pages, like, ever. I don't like reading things that I write ever, period. I don't know why. I just find it a little bit cringy to look into my own thoughts at times. So, I just don't do that. But on the weekends, I notice on the weekends, obviously I have more time. It's like, it's the weekend, I get to rest. I don't know if it's because like I literally feel like, wow, I don't have to rush. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go to this BS job, because that's how it feels. I take so much more time to write in the journals, in the pages. And it kind of gets hard to find something to write. I don't know. I think just my mind knowing that I have time to rest versus like being on the clock, that it just literally like functions differently on those days. So I found it cool. But I really enjoyed it overall. What else? I wrote something else. I'm just gonna take my notebook out. See, I feel like I'm literally in school. My big notebook. Let me see. Yes, this is what I was looking for. I could literally tell when I was having like logistic thoughts versus creative thoughts, because that was something that was like mentioned in the Artist Way book, that like the thoughts, like what I should be writing down in my pages should be creative thoughts. It shouldn't be logistical, like logic. It shouldn't be based off of logic. And I caught myself a few times like doing logistical thoughts, and I was like, oh my god. And then like it was weird, like I could literally feel the switch in my brain from like logic, like it felt so is it like it has to be left side versus right sided brain, and I can't think of it right now which one is left sided, which one is right sided, but I could literally feel like the difference once, like this is my left side, so maybe left side is logic, right side is creative. I could be wrong, but I could feel the switch, and I thought that was pretty cool. All right, let's move on. I thoroughly enjoyed the morning pages. 10 out of 10. I will continue to do this forever. Whatever. Okay. Number 2. The next, like one of the tasks that I had to do this week, besides like for example, like the Hall of Fame stuff, was taking myself on an artist dates. Now, I find it very hard for myself, and as it said in the book, we all find it hard for ourselves to have like fun, free time. At least this is how I feel. To give myself that time to like just explore myself artistically and just kind of let go of like adult responsibility and like real world responsibility. And so part of that is giving yourself time to have an artist date. And an artist date is basically just reconnecting with your inner child who's an artist. And I was definitely, and I still am, but like definitely when I was younger, like I was such an artist kid. Like I was an art kid. I was in art class in my after school program, elementary school, from like 1st to 5th grade. I did art class every week. I did theater camp in the summer. I was a theater kid, period. I did a lot of acting classes. I just loved art. Like, I was always in art classes, all that stuff. I did violin lessons. Like, I was just in art. I was doing all that. I was on all of that stuff. So, finding time to reconnect with that besides acting, because that's like my main form of art right now is being an actor. And even then, I find it hard for myself to be disciplined enough to like have the time to exercise that muscle. I find it hard to exercise that muscle, especially because as I've gotten older, what is it, like the emotions that I get from being an actor and like acting and the techniques to like build that muscle have become more intense. And it's a lot sometimes. It's a lot. And I just tend to shut myself down when I don't want to feel those things anymore. That's what it is. Or I just procrastinate doing other things so that I don't have to do it. By the time I have time to do it, I'm just like, well, it's too late now. And I don't do it. So I procrastinate and sorry, I'm tired. I'm very tired. It's like 9 something, 9:22 at night. I have work tomorrow. But yes, anyways, the artist date I took myself on was I went to Michael's store. That was my place growing up. You know, I would go with my mom. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Today. I would go with my mom for art supplies at times. She was also a teacher. She still is a teacher, but she would go there to find materials and for her kids, and I would find stuff for myself. And so I went there and I wanted to do something simple, so I got myself some stickers. Let me see if I have them. Where are they? These cute little stickers. I've already used a lot of them, as you can see. Oh, like butterflies. I have hearts. And then there's like little insect ones. They're super cute. And I'm just gonna give myself one every day that I do my morning journal. My morning pages, morning journal, whatever. And it's just, they're so cute. Like, currently, my job, speaking of my job, I'm a teacher. I'm a paraprofessional. So I'm technically a teacher's assistant. But with that, I like co-teach the SPED kids, specifically the ESL kids that don't speak English or are learning English or don't, English is their second language. That's really what it is. And the younger kids, the 3rd graders, they love stickers. They do. They love stickers. And I bought some stickers for them. Some princess stickers, and I found some other random stickers in the closet, the teacher's closet. That I'm like, I just give it to them every time they do their assignment. And they love it. And I was like, well, what's the hype about stickers? Like, I remember liking stickers as a child, but I don't know. I didn't really remember how hype it was until I started giving myself stickers. And I was like, oh my god, like, this is actually so, I love this. Like, I love this. Like, I loved being in Michael's. I was like, this is so nostalgic. It was so nostalgic. And it makes me want to go back and, like, find some stuff that I can get deeper into my artistic self. Like, I loved painting. I have some paint stuff, actually, here. And, like, down here. But I like watercolor. I really like watercolor the most. So I want to get myself some watercolor paint and then watercolor. Oh my god, it's already been 20 minutes. Watercolor like pages that I can paint. Oh, that's another time though. I'm gonna destroy this book. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It felt weird at first, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm like reconnecting with old friends and a stranger going into that store, because I'm like, I haven't been with this artistic side of myself in a long time. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna keep enjoying it. And the last part of this check-in, some issues that I consider significant in my recovery. There's definitely a few that I would like to name, because if I'm doing it now, I'm definitely gonna be doing it in the future. So this needs to stop. It needs to be, I'm catching it right now, and we're gonna figure out how to minimize it, because it can't be doing this. I can't be doing this. Like I said, procrastination. I've been procrastinating my tasks. I started on last Sunday, and I did like 1 or 2 tasks this whole week. And today I decided to do the rest of them. And like, I actually had fun doing them, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know why I stopped myself from having fun. Like, it's, I mean, I get it, but it's just like, wow, like, I'm really just robbing myself of like actual fun that I have, because this is so simple to do, yet I feel so much joy in myself for doing it. Like, even the stickers, I was so happy. Like, I was like childishly happy. I was like, oh my god, I haven't felt like this in a while. So just like it's just the little things, really. It's really the little things that like make me feel good about myself. And yeah, like the fact that this is like an independent study, I have a hard time doing things by myself. I've noticed, like, with my acting, like, I'd rather be acting and like doing my rehearsal with people than by myself. Or like working out at the gym, I don't like working out at the gym by myself. I'd rather go with my man or in a class where I'm with people and I'm not just doing it by myself. That's just how I am. But I shouldn't say that. That's something that I could definitely work on. That's something I can definitely work on. And I feel like I don't believe it, but I'm gonna push forward to believe myself into doing it, because that's like, come on, girl. That's not okay. It's just not something that I want to be held down to. I don't want to be held down and like boxed into that I can only do things by myself, that I can't do things by myself. It has to stop. It has to stop. But yeah, I think it's just also like having to get used to a routine. The routine of doing things independently, I think, will kind of help with that. Another thing is, for me, I think the reason why I procrastinate is because I'm scared. I'm scared to be consistent, because I'm scared of what consistency will bring. I know consistency, I'm having a hard time speaking, but I'm going to keep going. I know consistency brings success. And I have a hard time allowing myself to have success. Whew, almost done, girl. You got it. I have a hard time with seeing myself have success. That's something that I'm working on. It's something I wrote about in my morning pages. I'm aware of it. I'm aware where it came from. And it's something I'm working through. But that is another reason why I've been struggling to do this. My Monster Hall of Fame, brought up some bad memories, some negative memories. And this is like the same thing with my acting, like bringing up negative emotions kind of just like shuts me down from wanting to feel anything because of how bad it feels. And because I get shut down, I just stop doing it, and then I find something else to do. I procrastinate, I do whatever else because I don't want to feel those negative emotions. But they're there, and I have to feel them, and I have to accept them because it's part of me. And work, because of work being a long day at work, using up all my energy to cuss out some kids, to yell at some kids, to deal with drama. I'm tired. I don't want to do anything after work. I come home at 2:10. It's like it's a wrap for me. That's how I feel, at least. That's literally how I've been feeling. Especially these past few weeks. I'm just like, I'm over it. And I know that I'm not going back. That's the other thing. I'm not going back. Not going back. So it's just like, it's just hard. It's hard for me to like just, I don't know. I know that I have to keep pushing though, because it's like at these times that I have to push myself 10 times harder to keep going when I feel like I'm just not wanting to do anything. I overthink myself into just not doing anything. I'm the biggest overthinker. Like, I didn't even want to do the freaking tasks or pages because I have 2 different notebooks. Well, okay, now I have 2 different notebooks, but I was like thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't do the pages because I have to not read them. I can't do the pages and the tasks because I can't read the pages because it's part of the process. So how am I going to do the freaking tasks? I ended up still doing the tasks or some of them in the pages notebook, but then I bought a new notebook to do my tasks so that I would stop overthinking it. But even it's just like stuff like that, it's like, just like, come on. And the last thing is not giving myself time in the space to do those tasks in a fun and motivating way. Sorry, I have to read off of what I wrote. But like, for example, I felt like this was so cute. Look at how I did my little monster. Can you see that? Look at that. Look at this. So cute. Like, I don't give myself the time to do that type of stuff. Like, making the cute little fonts and coloring it. And that's what I gotta do more of. Like, just genuinely give myself like a 2-3 hour time frame to just sit down and have fun with myself, because I do like to do that type of stuff. I do like to be cute and artsy and like just do like little fun things like that, but then I don't give myself that time, so then I just don't do it, and then it makes me sad if I don't do it like that. So I'd rather just do it. I'd rather just give myself the time to do it than to just not do it at all. I hope that made sense. But I'm gonna end this video now. My throat is so dry. That was a wrap on week 1. It was a lot. It wasn't really. I was just making it seem like it was a lot. But I had fun doing it. And I'm excited to keep going. Hopefully I'm better by next week. I will be better by next week to do this, because this is not okay. It's not okay. A lot of stuff is not okay. But that is all for tonight. And future self, if you're watching this, keep going. Even when you don't feel like you have the energy to do things, when life is just so crazy and you get so many things thrown at you in one day, 1 week, 1 month, just keep going. I mean, you see me doing this video, my throat hurts, and you know how I am. When I'm sick, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Keep going. Like, you'll be so happy that you keep going. And just seeing other people do what they want to do and like where they are now because they didn't give up, because they were consistent. You deserve that too. So just keep going. All right. I will see you guys next week.